Dear students, welcome to Mathematics Online classes. In this class, we will discuss some CET concepts on the chapter Application of Derivatives. Under the Application of Derivatives chapter, there are 5 concepts. In that, let me take the first concept, that is rate measure. Rate measure means it is like a measurement of rates. Let me explain what is that. See, suppose you are pumping air into a balloon and its radius is increasing, let us say 2 centimeter per second. Suppose the radius of a balloon is increasing at the rate of 2 centimeter per second, that will be written as dr by dt. Here what is dr by dt? It indicates rate of change of radius with respect to the time t here. Dr by dt it will be written as, okay, dr by dt is equal to, suppose we write r is equal to 2 centimeter. R is equal to 2 centimeter in the sense it is a fixed quantity. Dr by dt in the sense it is a change in quantity. Rate of change of quantities will be written as a dr by dt. Suppose radius of a balloon is increasing at the rate of 2 centimeter per second. How the volume will be increasing or decreasing means how the volume will be changing. Let us find a dV by dt. This is nothing but finding the rates, measurement of rates it is. Suppose radius is changing at the rate of 2 centimeter per second, how volume of the balloon will be changing? That is the question here. Very simple it is. If you know the formula, volume is equal to, here it is a balloon. Usually we assume the balloon as a spherical in shape. So volume of sphere we will use for a balloon. V is equal to, volume of sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. They have given you dr by dt. They are asking you dv by dt. So let us differentiate this function with respect to t. Now dv by dt is equal to 4 by 3 pi is a constant quantity. This will be kept as it is. Differentiation of r cube, it is 3r square into dr by dt. Differentiation is with respect to the t. We have to be careful. Then here 3 get cancels out. dv by dt is equal to 4 pi r square dr by dt. So this is how we find out a dv by dt here. R will be given, dr by dt is also given here. Okay, this is what the concept of a rate measure is. Let us take another one example. Suppose there is an object moving along a straight line, and now suppose the displacement of the particle s and time are related as s is equal to, let me take it as some functions like 2t plus 3t square. This is how time and displacement of the object are related. Then how will you find out velocity of the object and acceleration of the object? Let us differentiate the given function here. Differentiating with respect to the time t, this is ds by dt is equal to 2 plus 3 into 2t, that is nothing but 60. What is this ds by dt? ds by dt is nothing but change in displacement with respect to the time. Change in displacement with respect to the time, ds by dt. We know rate of change of displacement with respect to the time is a velocity. So velocity is equal to 2 plus 60. Velocity and time have related according to the expression v is equal to 2 plus 60 here. Then how to find out the acceleration? If you differentiate this function again, what happens? Again differentiating the function with respect to the time t. This is what? This is dv by dt is equal to, dv by dt is nothing but rate of change of velocity with respect to the time. This is nothing but what? Rate of change of velocity is equal to dv by rate of change of velocity is equal to acceleration. It will be represented as a, and this can also be represented as d square s by dt square, double differentiation, plus right hand side. 0 plus 6 into 1, this is nothing but 6. If displacement and time, if they are related according to the equation s is equal to 2t plus 3t square, we can find out the velocity, we can find out the acceleration in this manner. This is the major application of derivatives concept. And what about the signs we consider here? Signs. Suppose a quantity is increasing with respect to the time, then that will be taken as a positive. Suppose a quantity is decreasing with respect to the time, then that will be taken as a negative. Means in any question, if it is given like radius of a balloon is increasing, if radius of a balloon is increasing, then dr by dt is equal to, that is a positive value. Let us say it is given like radius is increasing at the rate of 2 centimeter per second. We should take it as plus 2 centimeter per second. And suppose in the same question, if it is given like radius is decreasing at the rate of 2 centimeter per second, then how will you take it? Decreasing, change in quantity, so we have to take with respect to the differentiation, dr by dt. This is equal to negative, in the sense here it is, we should take it as minus 2 centimeter per second. Okay, this is the concept of application of derivatives, means rate measure concept. There is no much thing to discuss in this. Only thing extra other than this is required is a formula of area of surface of the sphere, volume of sphere, volume of cone, like that. Those are all the concepts you have studied in the previous year. Here I came with so many CET questions. Let us discuss all those questions. On the concept of rate measure, first question. A particle moves in a straight line in such a way that its velocity at any point is given by, velocity is given by v square is equal to 2 minus 3x, where v is velocity, x is displacement. V square is equal to 2 minus 3x. This is where x is measured from a fixed point. The acceleration is, acceleration means rate of change of velocity. I need to find out dv by dt here. dv by dt is equal to question mark. Okay, v square is equal to 2 minus 3x is the expression given here. Let us differentiate the function with respect to the time t. What is v square differentiation? This is 2v into dv by dt. 2v into dv by dt is equal to, differentiation of 2 is 0, minus 3 into differentiation of x with respect to t is dx by dt. V, here it is velocity. What about the dx by dt? Dx by dt is rate of change of displacement. Here v is same as dx by dt. Let us cancel this v and dv by dt. Sorry, let us cancel this v and dx by dt. We have 2 into dv by dt is equal to minus 3 here. Then dv by dt is equal to minus 3 by 2. See what they have given you. The acceleration is uniform, 0, non-uniform and indeterminate. What we are getting here, dv by dt is equal to, that is nothing but acceleration is equal to a constant value. As the acceleration is constant, you should write the acceleration is uniform. Option A is correct. Now answering second question. A stone thrown vertically upwards. Let us write on diagram. A stone is thrown vertically upwards, rises s meters in t seconds. Rises s meters in t seconds. Where they have given you the relation between s and t. S is equal to 80t minus 16t square. S is equal to 80t minus 16t square. Then the velocity after 2 seconds is, velocity after 2 seconds is nothing but how much is the question here. S is given, displacement is given. So now finding the Velocity means very simple, differentiating with respect to the time. Now differentiate the function with respect to the time. This is a ds by dt is equal to differentiation of ATT is 80 minus 16 into t square, differentiation is 2t. Now ds by dt is equal to 80 minus 32t, 80 minus 32t. Okay, this is a ds by dt, nothing but velocity. They asked you the velocity after 2 seconds. So ds by dt at the point t is equal to 2 is 80 minus 32 into t. 80 minus 64, 80 minus 64 is nothing but 16. Velocity unit, it is meter per second. So option B is correct. Now answering third question. A particle moves along a straight line so that its distance s in time t seconds is s is equal to t plus 60 square minus t cube. After what time is the acceleration 0? After what time is the acceleration 0? Means t is equal to question mark here. Acceleration is 0 in the sense they have given you d square s by dt square is equal to 0. Okay, let us find the acceleration first. Differentiating the function with respect to the time t. This is ds by dt is equal to differentiation of t 1 plus 6 into differentiation of 2 square 2t minus differentiation of t cube is a 3t square. This is 1 plus 12t minus 3t square. This is what? This is ds by dt, nothing but velocity. It is given acceleration is 0. Once again let us differentiate. Again differentiating the function with respect to t. This is d square s by dt square is equal to differentiation of 1 is 0 plus 12 into differentiation of t is 1 minus 3 into differentiation of 2 square t square is 2t. This is nothing but 12 minus 60. They have given you time when acceleration is 0. Acceleration is 0 in the sense d square s by dt square is equal to 0. That is 12 minus 60 is equal to 0. This implies 60 is equal to 12. So t is equal to 2 seconds. Option A is correct. Answering question number 4. The distance s meters covered by a body in t seconds is given by s is equal to 3t square minus 8t plus 5. The body will stop after, means after how many seconds the body will get stop. Body gets stops in the sense velocity becomes 0. When body stops, velocity is 0. Means t is equal to question mark when velocity is equal to 0. They have given you here. Velocity is nothing but ds by dt. Let us find ds by dt here. Differentiating the function with respect to the time. This is ds by dt is equal to 3 into differentiation of t square is 2t minus 8 into differentiation of t is 1 plus differentiation of 5, that is differentiation of constant is 0. Now ds by dt is equal to 60 minus 8. Question is to find out after how many seconds the body gets stops. Body stops in the sense ds by dt is equal to 0. When ds by dt is equal to 0, 60 minus 8 is equal to 0. 60 is equal to 8. T is equal to 8 by 6. 2 4s are 2 3s are. It is 4 by 3 seconds. Option C is correct. Now, answering question number 5. The rate of change of square root of x square plus 6 with respect to x by x minus 1 at the point x is equal to 3 is. One question was there in continuity and differentiability chapter in the miscellaneous part. Such question was there. Here, rate of change of one quantity with respect to the another one quantity they are asking you. Means we can't differentiate the square root of x square plus 16 with respect to x by x minus 1 directly. So what you do, let us take u is equal to the first function, that is square root of x square plus 16, and v is equal to the second function x by x minus 1. Rate of change of this first function with respect to the second function, in the sense here I have to find out du by dv. Du by dv indicates differentiation of first function with respect to the second function. Okay. Here u is a function in terms of x, v is also a function in terms of x. Let us differentiate the function with respect to x here. This is du by dx is equal to differentiation of square root of x square plus 16 is 1 by 2 into square root of x square plus 16 into differentiation of x square plus 16 is 2x plus 0. 2 get cancels out. This is x by square root of x square plus 16. This is du by dx is equal to. And here also you differentiating the function with respect to the x. This is dv by dx is equal to, how we differentiate? We differentiate it by u by v rule here. V kept as it is, differentiation of x is 1, minus x kept as it is, differentiation of x minus 1 is 1 minus 0 divided by x minus 1 whole square. This is nothing but x minus 1 minus x by x minus 1 whole square. Plus x minus x get cancel, minus 1 by x minus 1 whole square. Okay. Now finding du by dv. Du by dv, it is according to the parametric differentiation. It is du by dx divided by dv by dx. du by dx is x by square root of x square plus 16. dv by dx is minus 1 by x minus 1 whole square. This one we write as x by square root of x square plus 16 into x minus 1 whole square divided by minus 1. They are asking you rate of change of the first quantity with respect to the second quantity at the point x equal to 3. So du by dv at the point x is equal to 3 is equal to, let us substitute x is equal to 3 in this. This is 3 by square root of 3 square 9 plus 16 into 3 minus 1 2 square is 4 divided by minus 1. How much is this? 3 into 4 12. 9 plus 16 25. Square root of 25 is 5. 1 minus 12 by 5. So answer is minus 12 by 5. C correct. Answering question number 6 now. The speed v of a particle moving along a straight line is given by a plus b into v square is equal to x square, where x is its distance from the origin. The acceleration of the particle is dv by dt they are asking you. Okay. Now very simple it is. Let us differentiate directly. Differentiating the function with respect to the time. Differentiation of a is 0, b is a constant, it will be as it is. Differentiation of v square is 2v into dv by dt is equal to, differentiation of x square is 2x into dx by dt. So let me write it once again. 2bv into dv by dt is equal to 2x into dx by dt it is. What is dx by dt? Dx by dt is nothing but a volume. So sorry, not volume, it is velocity. V and dx by dt get cancels out, this 2 also get cancels out. B into dv by dt is equal to x here. So dv by dt is what? Dv by dt is nothing but acceleration, rate of change of velocity, is equal to x by b. Which option? Option C is correct here. Moving on to question number 7. A particle is moving along the curve x is equal to at square plus bt plus c, where a, b, c are constants. If ac is equal to b square, then the particle would be moving with uniform, either the uniform velocity or rotation or acceleration or retardation they are asking you. Means rate of change of quantities, which one is constant here, that one we need to find out. They have given you the relation between x and t. Let us find the velocity first and we will check whether it is a constant or not. Means is that velocity is uniform or not. Differentiating the function with respect to the time, this is dx by dt is equal to a as it is, differentiation of t square is 2t, plus b into differentiation of t is 1 plus differentiation of c is 0. Now we have dx by dt is equal to 2at plus b. Is that velocity is constant? No, velocity is not constant because it is depending on t here, time is there, so it is not a constant quantity. Let us find out acceleration. How we find out the acceleration? Differentiating the velocity. Again differentiating the function with respect to the time t. This is a d square x by dt square is equal to 2a into 1 plus differentiation of b is 0. This is nothing but a 2a. 2a is a constant. See, acceleration equal to, we are getting a constant. Means then the particle would be moving with uniform. The particle will be moving with uniform acceleration. C is correct option. Now, question number 8. The sides of an equilateral triangle are increasing at the rate of equilateral triangle. All sides of a triangle are equal in length. Let us denote the sides of equilateral triangle by the variable x. Sides of equilateral triangle are increasing. Increasing in the sense we have to take it as dx by dt. Increasing at the rate of, increasing so it is a positive quantity, take it as plus 2 centimeter per second. The rate at which area increases, if A is area of equilateral triangle, then dA by dt. The rate at which area increases when side is x centimeter. dA by dt is equal to question mark. At which point we need to find out? When its side is 10 centimeter, means when x is equal to 10 centimeter. Okay. What is the relation between area and the sides here? In case of equilateral triangle, area A is equal to root 3 by 4 into side square. Here side I have taken x, this is x square. Okay, now finding the dA by dt. Very simple, you differentiate the function with respect to the time t. This is dA by dt is equal to root 3 by 4 into differentiation of x square is 2x into dx by dt. Let us substitute x and dx by dt. Root 3 by 4 into 2 as it is, x is 10, dx by dt is 2. 2 1s are 2 2s are, this 2 also get cancels out. We left with 10 into root 3. What is the unit here? It is area with respect to the time. Area will be measured in terms of square unit per second. Here time is given in terms of seconds. So which option? Option C is correct here. Now question number 9. The rate of change of surface area of a sphere of radius r rate of change of surface area of a sphere and its surface area. Let me write surface area S is equal to, what is the formula? Formula is 4 pi r square. The rate of change of surface area of a sphere of radius r when the radius is increasing at the rate of means dr by dt is equal to positive quantity, that is 2 centimeter per second, is proportional to, means here I have taken surface area as S, ds by dt is proportional to what? We need to find out here. Okay, surface area is equal to 4 pi r square. Now let us differentiate the function with respect to the time t. This is ds by dt is equal to 4 pi is a constant one, r square differentiation 2r into dr by dt. ds by dt is equal to 4 pi into 2r into dr by dt. Okay, let us substitute the given quantity. It is 8 pi r into dr by dt is 2. This is nothing but 16 pi r. Here we need to find out rate of change of surface area is proportional to what? Proportional to 16 pi is a constant value. 16 pi is a constant value. Here we write ds by dt is proportional to r. Option C is correct. 10th question. Gas is being pumped into a spherical balloon at the rate of 30 cubic feet per minute. Cubic feet in the sense it is volume. So they have given you dv by dt is equal to 30 cubic feet per minute. Then the rate at which radius increases, dr by dt is equal to question mark when it reaches the value 15 feet, means r is equal to 15. dr by dt I need to find out. dv by dt is given, r is also given. What is the relation between v and r in case of a spherical balloon? Spherical balloon means a sphere formula we need to use. What is volume of sphere formula? V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Differentiating the function with respect to the time, this is dv by dt is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube is r cube, its differentiation is 3r square into dr by dt. Let us substitute all the given quantities. 3 get cancels out. dv by dt is equal to 30, 4 pi as it is, r square as it is, dr by dt we need to find out. R is also given. Okay, let us substitute r also. dr by dt is equal to 30 by 4 pi r square. 30 by 4 pi, r is 15. 15 square can be written as 15 into 15. 15 ones are 15 twos are 2 ones are 2s are. So this is 1 by 2 into 15, 30. 30 pi dr by dt, dr r is given in terms of foots. Foot per minute. Time is given in terms of minute. Which option? Option A is correct here. Okay, dear students, we have discussed around 10 multiple choice questions on the concept of rate measure. In the next class, we will discuss another one concept. Thank you.